So you and me will kiss the sky goodnight. Just run away with me, darling. We'll get real lost. We'll get.
Hey, what's up, guys? So I know it's been a while since I made my last video, but welcome back. So today's a little bit different of a video though. We're gonna do a setup video of my entire setup. For those of you who've been following my Twitter know that I recently got a streaming PC. And so I had to redo everything, had to make a new desk, and basically it's looking pretty sick right now. So I thought, well, this would be a perfect time to make an updated setup video. So let's get into it. Okay, so here we go. So this is the overview just from kind of far away, just the entire setup. So as you can see, double stack computers, one on top of the other, just to conserve space. I thought it was a cool idea to stack them. And then 3 monitors, 1 for the streaming PC and 2 for my main PC. Alright, now let's look at these desks. Okay, so this is the new desk, obviously. This is way longer than my original desk, which is only 4 feet long. This one is 6 feet. Nah, it's not 6 feet, it's 5 feet long. So yeah, so basically, they're all made out of pine. Everything here is made out of pine. This one, you guys, probably some of you wood guys who really like making stuff with wood. You guys are probably like, dude, the stains don't match. The reason for this is this stain for this original desk. This desk is like 2 years old. So we don't actually know what stain it was, but basically this stain was an accidental stain. Like, we didn't stir the stain enough to actually mix in the stain. So it's a very diluted stain basically, and that's how we got this really nice look. So we tried to imitate it with this one, but obviously when you use pecan, it's gonna turn out red. Like this one, my dad did all the staining for, and he kind of went overboard a little bit, so it's a lot redder than the main part of the desk, but you know, it is what it is. That's basically it with the desk. And one really cool thing about this desk that really, I think it's pretty genius, honestly. I don't know about you guys, but I made a cable organizer. And obviously, if you look up there, it's like it's not very organized, but you know, it's not on the ground. Cable's not on the ground. All the cords are up in a gutter. So instead of using like an expensive shelf or maybe like an actual cable management shelf thing, all I did was just buy a gutter and attach it to the top. So yeah, I think that's pretty cool. But yeah, so those are the desks. Let's move on to the chair. So this chair is a Herman Miller Arion. I believe this specific one cost, I don't know. It's like, I think $1,200 this one, or maybe like just over $1,000. But yeah, it's an expensive chair. The reason I bought it, some of you guys will be like, why don't you get like a DX Racer or something? The reason I got this chair is because since I do my college work from home, I don't go to a brick and mortar college. I always sit in my chair. Like, I'm always on my desk working, so it's very important to have good back support. So I decided to get a nice mesh chair. Plus, mesh chairs, you don't sweat in these, you know, compared to those leather DX Racer chairs and stuff. So yeah, that's why I got this chair. I love it. It's amazing. So if you sit in your chair a lot and you work from home or something, highly recommend this chair. It's so good. Next thing on the list, let's go over the computers. So in this computer, this is my main computer. This is I believe it's the same basic computer as my last setup video, except I think this one, the only thing that's changed is I have a 980 Ti. That's an EVGA classified version, so it has the 2 fans, and it's you know, a custom PCB cooler. But yeah, but the only other thing I've changed is I actually have a Corsair H110i on this one. And the problem is, recently I've been noticing that I guess it's the CPU, but it just hasn't been performing as much as it used to. So I might want to upgrade it soon, but I don't really want to do it because then to upgrade, I'll have to buy new RAM and all this new stuff. So I'm not entirely sure if I'm actually going to upgrade it, but yeah. So it's basically the exact same PC. Nothing's really changed. I'll leave a list below. Actually, you know, let's just have a list right here. So there'll be a list right here showing the entire specs for this entire computer. So yeah, so that's basically this computer. Basically, it's a very simple, very simple. It's kind of old. Some people probably would debate saying that this CPU is actually not very good, but it has done its job. It works really good for rendering because it's 6 cores, so, you know, it is what it is. Now let's move on to the next computer. So let me give you guys a little bit of a backstory first. Before we look at the components of how this computer runs and what it has in it. This computer, the only reason I have this computer is because the friend of mine who owns this computer is going into the Marines, and since he's in basic training, he doesn't have any place to put his computer, obviously. So yeah, so he let me borrow it and turn it into a streaming PC while he's in basic training. But until then, hopefully by the time he gets back, I'll be able to save up enough money to afford my own streaming PC, because oh my god, I can't, after using a streaming PC, I cannot go back. I cannot imagine going back to a single streaming PC setup after using this one. But yeah, so let's go into the components of this one. Again, just like the first one, while I talk, I'm just gonna have, I guess, maybe I won't put the specs right here. Let's just first go look at the ones that we can see. So obviously this one, this is, I just hit my water bottle. So first of all, the first thing you'll notice is there's another EVGA GeForce. This one's the 780 Ti and 7980 Ti, but this one's also a classified 780 Ti. And then the CPU in this one is a 4970K. This one inside this computer is a 4970K. It's obviously, some people would probably debate that it's better than this CPU, but yeah, I don't know. It's only quad core compared to the 6 core. But anyway, so let's get into this. So when I first got this computer, I'm pretty sure the liquid cooler that we first had in it, which was just literally the first version of a H100i. This is the version 2. This is the one I just bought to put in this computer. But basically, this one just, I don't know why. I guess it must have failed at some point. I don't know if it was leaking fluids or something. I'm not sure. But basically, I had to replace it. It was before it was hitting like 100 degrees. So, you know, it's not very good. And I have no idea how long it was actually running at that basically non-cooled state. But yeah, this one has 16 gigabytes of RAM. Obviously, it's a Corsair 1000 watt. This one has a 1200 watt. Basically, this computer is just my dedicated streaming PC. I might also put some editing software on it and use it for editing once I have more clips on this computer, but we'll see what happens. But some of you guys might be wondering what capture card I'm using in this computer. I'm using the Elgato internal one. It's the H60 Pro, I believe. So yeah, that's the capture card. That's a streaming PC setup. Obviously, right now we'll have all the specs right here, and so you guys can see exactly what specs are in it. But yeah, so it's a really good computer. It's been serving me very, very well so far, other than the heating scare. But yeah, it's been working really well. All right, now let's move on to the peripherals. So I'll take a seat real quick, and we'll just go through everything. Okay, so let's start with a mic. So the mic is a AT2035. It's the same exact mic as previous videos, as the previous setup video. Nothing's changed at all, other than maybe, actually wait. Okay, the only thing that changed is that the UX2. So I do have a UX2 now, so it's way better sound, audio interface settings and stuff. So I can make it sound way better. The mic arm I use for my AT2035 setup is the Rode PSA1. I've still had it, still working fantastically. No problems with it at all, except for this nut is, I feel like it's gonna break soon if I mess with it, but yeah, that's a side note. That's my mic. Obviously the UX2 comes with the software, which is insanely powerful to make your mic audio sound the best possible, so I highly recommend this setup. Like, so many other YouTubers use it, so many other people who record vocals and anything probably use this, honestly. So yeah, highly recommend this mic setup. Sounds extremely good. Now let's move on to the peripherals. So as you can see right here, I have the Zowie EC1A. I feel like it fits my hand really well. I've really gotten used to this mouse. It's extremely good. I do have the original, well, not the original, but my older one. This one's kind of broken where the LED, for those of you who do know Zowie products, they usually have the LED colors. So this means that normally it's 400 DPI, but it broke. So that's actually 800 DPI. This is what it's supposed to look like if it's 800 DPI. It's supposed to be like a pinkish color. But yeah, so that's the mouse. The next thing, the Sennheiser 588s. I think they're SEs. Good headphones. The only problem is that they're open back, so I kind of hear everything sometimes. So if there's like a a low aquarium or something, like everything, it's like extremely loud basically. But yeah, so that's the headphones. The next thing we'll look at is this mouse pad. So some of you guys will probably recognize this. This is the mouse pad you get if you go to ESL events. Maybe it was just ESL 1 New York, but I got this at ESL 1 New York when I was there in my goodie bag. I've decided to try it out, and I'm liking it a lot because it's a lot wider than my Razer mouse mat, which is pretty short compared to this one. So I decided to try this one out. It's working well. I think it's the G240. I think in the comments you guys could probably correct me of what Logitech mousepad this is, but yeah, just let me know which one it is. All right, so yeah, that's the mousepad. The next thing let's move on to will be the keyboard. Obviously, this keyboard is a Corsair keyboard. It's a Corsair K95, and it has brown switches, so it sounds pretty good. It feels really good. I've been getting used to this keyboard a lot compared to my very old, ancient Razer. But yeah, so I've been using this keyboard for a while, been getting used to it. It's really good. I'm very impressed with Corsair products. They're really good. I've liked them a lot. I wish I was sponsored by them, but I'm not. XD. Alright, so now the next keyboard, which you guys probably notice, is on the computer. Technically, this is part of my streaming PC. It's plugged in there so I can switch scenes. So see, like, all these buttons are a different scene. I know it was just recently announced that Elgato is announcing a specially designed version of this that's specially designed for like Twitch and like recording and stuff. So I'm kind of upset that I bought this right now, but I don't really know how much that one's gonna be. So this does its job just fine. Like these switch scenes, this big button I use to save clips. So yeah, it's a cool keyboard. These are all black switches, black mechanical switches. So they're a little bit like stiffer compared to the browns. But yeah, they still do the job just fine. The next thing, let's move on to the monitors. Let's move this out of the way. So the monitors that I have across the board, they're all Asus monitors, obviously. I just recently upgraded to another 24-inch monitor to match the rest of my monitors. But these are the 144 Hertz VG240, 248. Yeah, 248. They're both these monitors are VG248s. And this monitor is a VS248. So yeah, those are all the monitors. There's nothing really to say about them. 144 Hz. If you're not 144 Hz, you need to rethink your life choices. So yeah, those are extremely good monitors. I like them a lot. Obviously, duck color. All right, now let's move on to this setup. So I kind of hinted at it. This is my old Xiaomi mouse I've been using for a while. I decided to switch it just because the mouse wheel is starting to feel a little bit weird, so I decided to switch it out for the new one that I got. But other than that, it still does its job just fine. I use it obviously for this computer. Alright, so the keyboard I'm using is the Razer Black Widow. This is actually the 2013 edition, so it's really old, but it's still kicking, still doing well. The mouse pad is my old extended Razer Goliathus, I believe that's what it's called, and it's the Speed edition because it's very smooth. Okay, so another thing that you guys might be curious about is xRepto. What monitor mount is this? Let me go check real quick. So this monitor arm is the Logitech gas spring dual LCD arm mount. It's made by Logitech, like I said. Let me see if there's actually like a number for it. It doesn't say what number it is, but I got it on sale for $66. So compared to most of these arm mounts, which I think most of the comparable ones were in the like over $100 range. So this is an extremely good deal. I'm very happy with them so far. Nothing much else to say. It's a monitor arm, does its job. How I connected it with a nice 2x4. Alright, so the next thing we're going to cover is my Logitech C930 webcam. This is a webcam I've been using for quite some time now. I don't know, it looks good. I kind of wish I waited a little bit to get like a webcam that does specifically 60 FPS, because this one only does 30 FPS, but I don't know. It has a really wide angle of view if you guys watch my videos, and I don't know why you wouldn't not watch my videos. It's great videos, supplement. Alright, now you guys, let's move on to the other random stuff going on, and you guys are probably curious about, like, xRepto, what is this lighting? What kind of lighting do you do here? Are you crazy? Okay, so basically this light is just a random shop light that I bought, and it's just a clamp-on light, and it has, inside of it, I decided to put in an LED. This is like a 17 watt LED bulb, but it's like equivalent to 120 watt. spotlight. And yeah, so that's what I use to light myself now. It does the job perfectly. My other light, the cool light that I use, is just an LED floodlight that I put behind my monitor. It's like, let me see if we can see it. See, it's like clipped on the side of my monitor, so it just kind of hangs on the back of it perfectly. Then the other lighting, the blue accent lighting that I use, these are LED spotlights. They're like high quality stage lights that I'm borrowing from a friend of mine. And so yeah, so they you can like connect them to like a DMX switch thing and stuff, all that light lingo or whatever. So yeah, so they're just, I think each of these lights is like $100 or something. So I'm probably not, if I have to give them back, I'm not gonna buy them. I'm probably just gonna buy some cheap LED floodlights that I can just like that are RGB and just do whatever I want with those. Alright guys, so I think we've covered everything. I'm pretty sure there's nothing else to talk about. I probably forgot something, but for now, this is the most up-to-date setup on my channel. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you are curious about anything or have any questions, leave them below. If you want to see last week's video, click to my left, click right there, click last week's video, and subscribe by clicking the button directly below me. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I'll catch you guys next week for another video. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.